Ignore me, I'm just tuning.
My name is Bart Erickson. I'm the pastor here, and I just want to welcome everybody here this evening. It's great to have you here. And looks nice in this place tonight. You know, we don't often have spotlights. That's kind of cool. So I would like to introduce Ben, and I have an official introduction. Here we go. Okay, at a safe distance west of Eckville, rests one of Alberta's best kept secrets, and some secrets are best kept. Singer, songwriter, entertainer, and Western cartoonist Ben Crane has been slathering his brand of clean but slightly twisted sense of humor over audiences across Western Canada and the US the past 35 years. Best known for his art on the ever-popular Lean and Tree greeting cards, he's a family man with a deep faith and a zest for life, and, according to his mother, is actually quite harmless. Ben will take you from the old days of the outhouse to adventures on the back of a horse to songs celebrating life, love, and family values. He accompanies himself on acoustic guitar, adds some background tracks that he's recorded in his studio, and screen projects of his humorous art, creating a freshly unique concert experience that is at the same time down home and freshly professional. He'll make you smile, he'll make you cry, you might even drop your teeth. I'll have to work on that one. But we think you'll leave with a renewed appreciation for life and the importance of being together. So yeah, I would normally say without any further ado, I'll introduce Ben, but I can't do that right now, or I won't do that. As you know, we live in this kind of changing situation with pandemic rules and restrictions and all the rest. And we've learned to kind of spin on a dime here a bit. A few times in my career as a pastor, we've done Sunday services where I open with some brief prayers, and then we just give it to a musician to play and do a concert, and then finish with a couple of brief prayers. And given the change in the situation, we thought it would be prudent to do that this evening. So I'd like to ask you to join with me in that. If you could find one of these books, they're look underneath the seat right in front of you, you can't, and in the front of the book, I think it's page 164. Let me just check here. It's very close to that if it's not the exact page. Yeah, here we are, 164. And we're going to do this little brief set of prayers here. It takes about 3-4 minutes. No obligation to join in, but it would be wonderful if you would. And we will finish on the next page over at the very bottom of page 166. There's the evening. You see in the red print, it says evening. Just for your information, that's Luther's evening prayer. Sometimes people look for sort of a nice prayer to say in the evenings, and this is one that really does that job well. But we'll finish with that, and then we'll give it over to Ben for the rest of the evening till the very end. So if you just like to follow with me, the opening lines we say 3 times actually. So on page 164. Holy God, holy and mighty, holy and immortal, have mercy and hear us. You guys say the dark print, I say the light print. Holy God, holy and mighty, holy and immortal, have mercy and hear us. Holy God, holy and mighty, holy and immortal, have mercy and hear us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. We're going to start in the middle of the next page here. Show us your mercy, O Lord. Clothe your ministers with righteousness. Let your people sing with joy. Give peace, O Lord, in all the world, for only in you can we live in safety. Lord, keep this nation under your care and guide us in the way of justice and truth. Let your way be known upon the earth and your saving health among the nations. Let not the needy, O Lord, be forgotten, nor the hope of the poor be taken away. Create in us clean hearts, O God. The Lord be with you. Let us pray. So down to the bottom of the page there. We'll say it together. We give thanks to you, Heavenly Father, through Jesus Christ, your dear Son, that you have this day so graciously protected us. We beg you to forgive us our sin and all the wrong we have done. By your great mercy, defend us from all the perils and dangers of this night. Into your hands we commend our bodies and souls and all that is ours. Let your holy angels have charge of us, that the wicked one have no power over us. Amen. Let us bless the Lord. I've tricked you. Next page there. The Lord Almighty bless us, defend us from all evil, and bring us to everlasting life. Amen. So without further ado, Ben, great to hear.
Well, that was cool. I was raised Baptist. I didn't know we could do stuff like this. That's very cool. You know, you get kind of used to where you're at. Anyway, how are you? We can be together. This is good. So I want to welcome you guys and all of you folks online. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we are just gonna, it's Saturday night. We can say we're gonna party, right? Let's try it. Open up the gate. The gate slammed shut like a gunshot. Freedom gone in a flash. Herd is milling in a panic. Open range now a thing of the past. Just yesterday we was running free, the wind blowing through our mains. Never saw the riders coming, never banked on a hurricane. Deep inside us there's a strong drive to thrive on our own home range. Run with the herd we was raised in, this prison just smells strange. Been cooped up here for far too long, without our natural feed. And restless feet are stomping, this herd is gonna stampede. So open up the gates, and let these ponies run. Headed back to where we started from. Drink the mountain streams and breathe the mountain air. Kicking up our heels, we're gonna let them fly. Gonna live again beneath an open sky. Seems like only yesterday, yet it seems like it's been forever. But now it's time to turn these ponies loose. Turn them loose. Open up the gates, let these ponies run. Headed back to where we started from. Drink the mountain streams, breathe the mountain air. We're kicking up our heels, gonna let them fly. Gonna live again beneath an open sky. We wanna drink the mountain streams, we wanna breathe the mountain air. Kicking up our heels, gonna let them fly. Gonna live again beneath an open sky. We gotta more than just survive, so let's grab a hold and thrive. Gotta give again beneath an open sky. Open sky. Wasn't that footage cool? Oh man, I tell you, I wrote that song maybe a month and a half ago, and I wanted so bad to put it to a video. And yet I looked at all the stock photography and footage that in order to do that, and it was going to cost me over $1,000 just for the video. Auger F-E-E. That's taking pictures that move, moving pictures. So I thought, well, there's the end of a dream that just started real quick. And then I found another spot where I could get a fairly reasonable, and my favorite one, the one that started this whole thing, was right near the end where you're following the horses, and they kind of go over the edge, and it lifts you right up into the sky. And I thought, made my stomach a little weak, but this is very interesting times that we're in. Man, I tell you, I have not seen change like this so fast, so quick, and so drastic. And if there's one really good thing that has come out of it for me, is just the whole idea of when you can't go out to all the places you used to go, how busy did we get, And to be able to just be forced to kick back. There ain't hardly anything wrong with that, is there? Here's an old Don Williams tune. Actually, it's a fairly new one. It was off his last album just before he died. I was raised on Don Williams, and I just absolutely love that stuff. This one's called Back to the Simple Things. Sorry about that. That was called a brain fart. Normally, my wife is here running sound, and I'm trying to run sound and everything, and everything was kind of going funky, and I was thinking, that's just not quite loud enough. So hang on. Let's just, remember the old tape days? There we go. So easy to get all caught up in the fast pace of this modern age. Makes you wonder if you're making progress or just losing who we are along the way. I've been trying to figure out how to dial it back and slow it down. Can't be as complicated as it seems. Part of me loves yesterday, so pardon me now while I make my way back to simple things. Quick to call me, may not answer, may not get back to you for quite a while. 'Cause I'll be fishing with my family, 'cause living in the moment's more my style. I've been trying to figure out how to dial it back and slow it down. Can't be as complicated as it seems. Part of me loves yesterday, so pardon me now while I make my way back to simple things. Tonight I'm turning off the TV. I don't do that now. Watch the stars out for the change. Sit on the front porch with my baby, rocking all the way. how to dial it back and slow it down can't be as complicated as it seems. The heart of me loves yesterday, so pardon me now while I make my way back to the simple things. To the simple things. Well, that boy had some fine music. And there's another song. See, I decided the first year that things went south last year, I decided, you know what, everything was shut down. This is the first concert that I've done on my own in 18 months. And I am just so happy to be here. I'm just so happy for you guys to be here. What an absolute privilege it is. There's something about live music. There's something about getting together, isn't there? Zoom can't touch it. I'm tired of singing to cameras, and man, it is so good to have you get. Speaking of cameras, Chris and the gang here from Pixel Media, is that what it is? It is now. Thank you guys so much for doing this live broadcast. And again, thank you all who are tuning in. It's wonderful to have you along. I built an album in the middle of COVID because there's nothing else I could do. And I have my own studio, and all the musicians that I work with are all guys anywhere from Nashville to Branson to Leslieville. And so everything's all done across internet. And it was so much fun. I had nothing else to do. So I started collecting songs about being satisfied. And it was amazing to me the amount of songs that are out there that have something good to say about satisfaction. Remember, Paul said, I have learned to be satisfied, to become satisfied, no matter whatever situation I'm in. And we put that in today. And I think that's probably enough to work on for the next year, to learn to be satisfied. And this old song, I absolutely love this one. It's, I never thought of it in the idea of satisfaction, but this is a song about a guy who married this gal, and he can't believe, he says, of all the people in the world you could have married, you chose me. Her name was Amanda. Excuse me. And if you know it, sing along with it. I held it all inwards. Lord knows I've tried. But it's an awful awakening in a country boy's life to look in the mirror in total surprise at the hair on my shoulders and the age in my eyes. Amanda, light of my life, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. Amanda, light of my life, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. There's a measure of people who don't understand the pleasures of life in a hillbilly band. I got my first guitar when I was 14. Now I'm crowding 60 and I'm still wearing jeans. Amanda, light of my life. Fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. Amanda, light of my life. Fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. Yeah, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. Oh, thank you so much. Well, here, I've been sitting here looking at, no, I'm going to do that next, because I told you about the Satisfied Mind. And now that was a song that Porter Wagner, I'm looking at the color of the hair in the room here tonight, and I'm figuring I'm probably talking to the right people. 1946, I think it was, mid 40s. Two boys wrote a song called Satisfied Mind, and Porter Wagner took that and made, that was, I think, his first hit. And then he released it again a little later on. Johnny Cash covered it. Marty Stewart covered it. And then I decided it's time to kind of bring that back because the words were just amazing. And the two boys that wrote it, I can't remember off the top of my head what their names were, but the song was basically a collection of sayings that their moms would say throughout the day. You know, how many times have you heard a man say, if I had his money, man, I could do things my way? Things like that. Yeah. I see that hand. Well, this is the title track of this album called Satisfied Mind. And I got to get satisfied with the height of this thinger here. Sorry for those obnoxious sounds. They're kind of funny, though, aren't they? Isn't that fun? Okay, that's really my body making that noise. I better move right on. How many times have you heard someone say, if I had his money, I'd do things my way? But little they know that it's so hard to find one rich man in San with a satisfied mind. Now money can't buy back your youth when you're old, or friend when you're lonely. own coat. The wealthiest person is a pauper at times, compared to the man with a satisfied mind. Guitar. When my life is ended, my time will run out. My friends and my loved ones, I'll leave, there's no doubt. But one thing's for certain, when it comes my time, I'll leave this old world with a satisfied mind. Yeah, I will. How many times have you heard someone say, if I had his money and I'd do things my way? But little they know that it's so hard to find one rich man intent with a satisfied mind. Yeah, I am a man with a satisfied mind. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I kind of mentioned hair color, and it made me wonder, by a show of hands here tonight, how many of you would identify yourself as a geezer? Yes. Oh, come on. Pastor Bart, man, you are still drying off behind the ears, son. Well, perhaps you're not sure what a geezer is. So a friend of mine by the name of Jeff Foxworthy had made a career out of "you might be a redneck if." And he and I have traded stories and have come to the conclusion, like everybody asks us, where do you get your ideas? How many of you folks buy Lean & Tree cards? Yes, you are my people. I've been painting for Lean & Tree for 27, 28 years now. And we are just having way too much fun. And a lot of the cards that they ask me to paint are geezers, because somehow my brain just thinks of geezers. So I got thinking, some ideas of if you don't know, those of you who did not raise your hand and you have very gray or white hair or none at all, or like the song says, it's all growing on your shoulders. That's for the men. If the choice of your new home depends on its proximity to a hospital, you might be a geezer. And if you're asked whether you wear boxers or briefs, and you reply, depends, you might be a geezer. If you can brush your teeth and whistle at the same time, you might be a geezer. And if at nighttime there are more body parts and accessories on the table than in the bed, you might be a geezer. If you require a nap after every meal, you are definitely a geezer. High five. That's me. Oh, man. Breakfast, dinner, and supper. If you have hair growing everywhere but your head, you might be a geezer. And I like this one especially. This is, well, I guess probably because I relate to this one too much. If a successful night's sleep is determined, don't get ahead of me, by the amount of times you got up to pee, you are definitely a geezer. So after some of those, maybe I should take another poll. How many folks out here in the house tonight would identify as a geezer? Holy cow, look at the hands. Pastor, I've always wanted to say that. I see that hand. Yeah, there you go. Well, someone sent me a great song. Now, I'm trying this year to bring out as many brand new songs as I possibly can. So people like Dee, who have heard me before, know better than to show up tonight. So they're not hearing the same thing. But then again, with her age, it's all new. Anyway. You can shoot me later. But this song was sent to me by a geezer. It's called the Remember Song. Steve Walters from California. He wrote this one. Looking for my wallet and my car keys. Well, they can't have gone too far. As soon as I find my glasses, I'll see right where they are. Might have left them under the covers, or maybe outside in the car. Last time I remember driving was, to that memory enhancement seminar. Supposed to meet someone for lunch today. Oh, but I just can't remember where or who it is I'm meeting. But I think that's in my pocket organizer somewhere. Might have left that on the counter, or maybe outside in a lawn. Oh man, I only got one more ring to go before that answering machine thinger kicks on.
Hi, this is Ben, and your call means an awful lot to me, so leave a message at the tone. And I'll do my darndest to try to remember to call you back when I get home.
Beep. Ben, this is Charmin. I'm trying real hard not to cry. But you were supposed to meet me here over an hour ago. I thought you loved me. This is goodbye. Well, that voice, it sounds familiar. And that name, it kind of rings a bell. Now, let's see, where was I? Oh, well. Sorry, honey. Oh boy, I tell you, a guy needs a lot of grace in a position like that, don't he? I never knew how I was going to segue from that song to this one, but it's such a shock that I think we might as well just go directly to it. When you're faced with situations like that poor gal whose husband couldn't remember a doggone thing, or the stuff that we're facing one day after another, things seem to change left, right, and center. And this guy's on this side and this guy's on that side, and they all fighting back and forth. And we're just kind of sitting there. Where do you turn? Well, I only know one source. There's a God who made us and loves us. And the cool thing, one of the coolest things about him is he is absolutely 100% faithful 100% of the time. So there's my official segue from the Remember song to this brand new song. Great is thy faithfulness, O God, my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassions, they fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever will be. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Summer and winter, springtime and harvest, sun, moon, and stars in their courses above, join with all nature in manifold witness to thy great faithfulness, your mercy and your love. Pardon for sin and a peace that endureth, thine own dear presence to cheer and to guide, strength for today and bright hope, yeah, for tomorrow. Blessings all mine with 10,000 beside. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I've needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Well, thank you so much. An old song that I come across years and years ago by Gene Watson. That boy can sing. In fact, he wears my jacket. He's got the same one I do. I think he stole it off of me. But he's still singing, and he still has that amazing. Remember Paper Roses? Paper roses, paper roses. I had no idea what that has anything to do with tonight, but he was, when I was a kid in grade school and high school, he was really big, and big hair too. But I'm not sure who wrote this song, but he sung it and he covered it. And I am country to the core. Gimme Haggard and Jones and Alan Jackson and George Strait. That's where I personally love to be. And this Satisfied Minds album that I'm telling you about was originally designed, I thought was going to be just a bunch of covers of my favorite songs that have kind of given me, I guess, a step up to where I'm at, that influenced me. And this was one of them. But there again, it's a song all about being satisfied. It's called I Don't Need a Thing at All. And I know this is going to relate to y'all because it talks about getting off when the whistle blows at 5 and young girls getting up running when a telephone rings. Remember that? I don't need a thing at all. Some folks go out dancing, just seems to be their thing. Young girls get up running when the telephone rings. People think of lonely things when the leaves begin to fall. I don't need a thing at all. Old men get off on checkers, boys ride off on bikes. I get off and I go on home when the whistle blows at 5. My favorite things are rainstorms and whippoorwills a call to me. I don't need a thing at all, 'cause I've got you and you're the thing that makes me happy. You're everything I thought I'd never find. I guess everybody's got a thing. Oh, but me, I've got it all. I got you. I don't need a thing you a steel guitar here. Everybody's got a thing, but me, I got it all, 'cause I got you. I don't need a thing at all, 'cause I've got you. I don't need a thing at all. I've got you. I don't need a thing at all. Oh, thank you so much. What beautiful, beautiful song. Man, it's got great words. Like he said, I do play all the instruments on there except for the steel and the fiddle. I never was blessed with the ability to learn those instruments. I was born with thalidomide gimping up my left hand. And so the fingers are kind of all gimped. This finger doesn't even move or bend. This one bends about a quarter, a half, and this one goes all the way. So for you guitar pickers, I still use traditional tuning. And there's stuff I can do that you can't even think of. Leverage, I can pick my nose. I can get more leverage than you've ever even dreamed of. That's a good thing to remember. But it's just, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, I do remember. It was great because I had extra skin in between the fingers. They call that a webbed hand. And it's great for swimming. If you didn't mind swimming in a circle. But, you know, to learn to be satisfied wherever you are. And to tell you how funny God is, what a sense of humor that boy has. I mean, he knew, according to Psalm 139, he knew what I was going to be. He thunk of me before he even breathed the first star. You too, actually. And he says, he knit me together in my mother's womb. And I can just see the three of them up there, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. They're talking, they're having coffee. They're chatting about this crane feller that they're building. And he says, oh, yeah, he's going to be gimped. Now, I don't believe God made this happen. That's not what I'm saying. Things happen. People have free choices. They make drugs that are not tested, and things happen. So, boy, that was almost political. I don't know how I got in here, but I sure got an idea how I'm getting out. But I can see him, he's saying, oh, yeah, he's going to be gimped. Oh, hey, so let's make him a musician. Hand me the music yarn. And I see that as, you know, we get a chance, folks, to rise to whatever challenge is in front of us. I wasn't planning on saying this, but I think that is a challenge to you and I, to rise above our differences and choose to love instead of diss each other. That's kind of dumb. We know better than that. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but I wrote a song for my wife we've been married for 31 years now. And there's a little ditty that was going through my brain that I thought would make just a great little song. So again, we put this together as a video, and some of these singles that aren't on any albums out there at the back, you can actually go on to bencrane.com and you can download them as singles. So I thought, just for the fun of it, let's play the video, and I'll of course sing along and play along. But it was just so much fun to build this video. Sharm got some cameras going and all that kind of stuff. So this one is called "I Can't Get Enough." Got plenty of wood stacked high and dry, enough to keep that old stove roaring. Way more flies than I'd ever need, buzzing around my cabin door. Got a front porch view that just won't quit, quiet place to sit at night. My kids still call me Dad, so everything's alright. Got all the covers that I need on my side of the bed. Always got a guitar within reach and a tune playing in my head. Yeah, I got everything I need, ain't nothing that I lack, except for just one itty bitty thing that throws my heart off track. I can't get enough, I can't get enough of you. Really couldn't make it on my own, not even if I tried. You got everything I need to keep me satisfied, and I can't get enough, I can't get enough of you. That's me. You got my back, paid my bail, stuck with me when all else failed, and that's the very reason that I say, and I can't get enough of you. Really couldn't make it on my own, honey, even if I tried. You got everything I need to keep me satisfied, and I can't get enough of you. You got everything I need to keep me satisfied, and I can't get enough of you. Just can't get enough, can't get enough, can't get enough. I just can't get enough, can't get enough, can't get enough. I just can't get enough, can't get enough, can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Yeah. Well, listen, folks, it's intermission time. I really appreciate you hanging in there like you did. And thanks for partying with me. We got more stuff to come. We're going to take a little bit of an intermission, and I will be back at the sales table because there's some artwork there. You haven't seen that, but the start of the next set is going to be some pictures. But we got lots of stuff back here. We got some playing cards for $5. We have always wanted to do that, and we're just having way too much fun with that. So I redesigned every one of the cards, and so they have a piece of picture on each one. So it's great. If you're as good at playing poker as I am, bring out this deck. And don't tell nobody. Just say, hey, we're going to play with a new deck because Igor's cheating over here. And you bring them out, and your worthy opponent will be just looking at all the pictures all the time, and he'll lose his concentration, and you would not believe the chips you rake in. So anyway, there's that. There's some kids' books that I illustrated for some of you grandparents, grandpokes. I better shut up. How about let's just take an intermission, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Thank you so much. Wake up, D. Yeah, wake up. Yeah. This is I know you're going to shoot me, aren't you? This is crowd participation time. Remember, we're getting back to Don Williams for a minute. Man, my wife usually dresses me. Now I'm all. Hang on a minute here. Anyway, remember that old song, It Must Be Love? You remember that one? Okay, we're going to do that one tonight. And yeah, I know. You got that right. Oh boy. Okay, we're back. So let's go over the chorus, because you're going to help me with the chorus. If you know the rest of the song, by all means, you got to sing with it too. But the chorus goes, it must be love, it must be love. I fall like a sparrow, I fly like a dove. You must be the dream I've been dreaming of. Oh, what a feeling, it must be love. You got that? Okay, let's try it one more time, because that's right, I keep forgetting your age, right? Yeah. Don't worry, I'm a GIT. I'm a geezer in training. I'm watching how y'all do this. It must be love, it must be love. I fall like a sparrow, fall like a sparrow. I fly like a dove. You must be the dream I've been dreaming of. Oh, what a feeling, it must be love. Okay, so now we're going to do things just a little bit different. We're going to go to the island, man. It just called for reggae. First I get cold and hot, think I'm on fire, but I'm not. Oh, what a pain I've got. It must be love. There's something wrong, alright. I think of you all night. Can't sleep till morning light. It must be love. Here we go. It must be love. It must be love. Fall like a sparrow, fly like a dove. Yeah, you must be the dream I've been dreaming of. Oh, what a feeling. It must be love. Something is wrong, alright. I think of you all night. Can't sleep till morning light. It must be love. Seeing you in my dreams, holding you close to me. Oh, what else can it be? It must be love. Oh, it must be love. Oh, it must be love. I fall like a sparrow, fly like a dove. You must be the dream I've been dreaming of. Oh, what a feeling. It must be love. Hey! It must be love, oh, it must be love. I fall like a sparrow, fly like a dove. You must be the dream I've been dreaming of. Oh, what a feeling, it must be love. Oh, it must be love, oh, it must be love. Yeah, I fall like a sparrow, fly like a dove. You must be the dream I've been dreaming of. Oh, what a feeling. It must be love. Oh, it must be love. Oh, it must be love. I fall like a sparrow, fly like a dove. It must Man, you guys are good. I lost my pick. Just hang on a sec. And I don't even know where it went to. Oh boy. Hang on. Talk to yourselves for a minute. Hey? It's probably way over. Any other guitar players in here? No, you got a heavier one? We're doing. Oh! She wins. Sorry, Pastor. This is a Thalia. It works. Oh, pick. Oh boy. Well, it's time for a little bit of Alan Jackson. This is the love song part of the show tonight. And love songs are great because, I mean, anything that's good comes from God, right? And you may never have thunk of it this way before, but I think a good love song is very honoring to God, and it's just good music. You might know this. The dance floor is open. Two old people, young people, without a thing. Settle down with just what they need, living on love. They don't care about what's in style. She just likes the way he smiles. It takes more than marble and tile, living on love. Living on love. Buying on time without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. It's like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, it's what you're thinking, but love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much, you get enough of living on love. See what I mean about leaning tree? Two old people without a thing, children gone, still they sing, side by side on that front porch swing, living on love. He can barely sweep the floor, she can barely sweep the floor, but hand in hand they'll walk through that door, living on love. Just wait till you get on. Living on love, buying on time without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. Oh, it sounds simple, it's what you think, but love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much, you get enough of living on love. Sing it if you know it. Living on love, buying on time without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. Oh, it sounds simple, it's what you think, but love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough of living on love. No, it doesn't take much when you get enough of living on love. Mr. Copperthorn, this is your Aunt Peggy. This is Peggy Copperthorne. These are two people actually that I know. They posed for me. And yeah, I was just, the Copperthorne name is a big one in the ranching industry, and I just thought I'd share that with you, that this is your lineage. Oh boy. Well, I think it's time to do some cowboy stuff. Well, thank you. This is a song that I wrote a bunch of years ago. I was driving home one night, and I don't know about you, but it blows me away how many stars are out there. And especially on a night with no moon. It's like there's 8 blue billion more than there normally is. And so I was driving home one time, this was a year or two ago, back in the days when you could turn the lights off on your Chevy truck and the lights would actually go off. And it was just a punch button, right? 1976 Chevy. And I was driving, and it was so pitch black outside. It was unbelievable, but the stars started right about here and just went all the way, this massive canopy. So I thought, well, while I'm driving, I should just turn the lights off for a minute and just enjoy this. So I did, but it turned out all right. I did make it home that night, but it was accompanied by a song the next day. A long day on my pony's back, he's tired, so am I. Stop up here, I'll pull my cack, put some victuals on to fry, as a warm breeze moves in from the west to dry our trail-soaked things. I gaze up into evening's best display. My heart sings. You see, although I love the day with its busyness and its light, or the colors of the sun's last say before it drops from sight, given my choice, you know I choose the night's grandeur and charm. Ain't nothing that compares to the light of the western star. It's hard to sit and to comprehend. Some folks don't realize that all this didn't just happen. This artwork in the sky. Seems the whole world is bigger. You can never see as far as when you stop to figure the expanse of the western stars. Satellite across the sky, and soon its light will fade. Your work is still untouched by the things that man has made. I'm reminded of how small I am, Lord, and just how big you are. As I lay here in my bedroll beneath the western stars. Oh, there ain't nothing that compares to the light of the western star. Oh, thank you so much. Every once in a while, I get accused of being a poet. I've hung around with a bunch of poets. I'm a picker. But there is quite an art to poetry telling. And I don't mean like Mary had a little lamb, her father tied it to the heater. And every time the lamb turned around, he burned his little cedar. I like to elevate it just a little. But here's a poem Badger Clark wrote over 100 years ago. It was first published. And I like this one because, I don't know, arrogance on anybody is just kind of ugly. And this guy's name, the principal character, is High Chin Bob. And so I'm going to attempt this poem. It's called The Glory Trail. And if it helps, you can close your eyes and see the pictures. It is so well written. Way up high, and first I have to tell you about the Muggy-Owns, because this is talking about the Muggy-Owns, way up high in the Muggy-Owns. And that is actually, you've heard of the Tonto Rim, those of you who've read Louis L'Amour, and all that good stuff. The Tonto Rim is part of the Muggy-Owns, and that's a mountain range that pretty much runs completely across the state of Arizona, sorry, thank you. And if you've ever been up into that Zane Grey country, he has a cabin up there, Payson in Arizona, just north of Phoenix. That's some amazing country. So you're riding out, like it's sort of like the Grand Canyon. All of a sudden, everything drops away and way down there. That's the Muggy-Owns. Okay, that's the Tonto Basin. Way up high in the Muggy-Owns, above the mountain tops, a lion cleaned a yearling's bones and licked his thankful chops. When who upon the scene should ride a tripping down that slope but High Chin Bob with sinful pride and a maverick hungry rope. Well, glory be to me, says he, in fame's unfading flowers. I ride the top horse here today, 'cause I'm the top hand of the Lazy J. Hi, kitty cat, you're ours. Well, the lion licked his paws so brown and dreamed sweet dreams of veal. When a big wide loop come circling down and roped him around his meal, he yowled wild fury to the hills, and all the hills yelled back. The top horse gave a snort and whirled, and Bob took up his slack. Well, glory be to me, says he, we'll hit the glory trail, 'cause no man has roped a lion's head and lived to drag that booger dead till I've told the tale. Well, way up high in the Muggy-Owns, the top horse done his best, through whipping brush and rattling stones from canyon floor to crest, and whenever Bob would turn and hope the limp remains to find, a red-eyed lion, belly roped but healthy, loped behind. Well, glory be to me, says he, this glory trail is rough, but I'll keep my dallies round a horn until the toot of judgment worn before I holler enough. Well, 3 sons have rode their circle home, and beyond the Beyond the desert rim, they turned their star herds loose to roam those ranges high and dim. Yet up and down and around and across, Bob pounded weak and wan, but pride glued him to his horse, and glory drove him on. Oh, glory be to me, says he can't be drugged to death. Most heroes that I've read about was only fools that stuck it out till the end of mortal breath. So way up high in the muggy owns, if you're ever there at night, you'll see a ruckus amidst the stones that'll lift your hair in fright. You'll see this cow horse thunder by and a rider and a lion trailed behind, and a rider gaunt but chin on high, singing forth this glory song. Oh, glory be to me, says he, and to my mighty noose I took a raging dream in tow, and though I never laid him low, I'll never turn him loose. It's tough to know where to turn when things just kind of get all weird around you. And that's kind of what we're facing, isn't it? I've got my ideas and I got my reasons for what I believe. You got your reasons and your ideas and why you believe what you believe. And yet you and I can be on absolutely opposite sides kind of life. And it's real easy for us to kind of take the easy path, which I really think is cowardice. And that is to mock the other guy just simply because he doesn't believe the way you do. I'm guilty of doing it too, and it stinks. So I'm just going to challenge you folks tonight. In fact, I'll dare you to rise above it. How often do we read Jesus harping and harping and harping on love the guy, love your neighbor as yourself, do everything within your power to live at peace with each other. You know what that really means? That means that there is going to be situations that you and I get dumped into unceremoniously, that the first reaction is not going to be one of love. Do you know what I'm talking about? And that's what we're faced with. And honestly, I don't believe that I can really do that without knowing God personally. And I don't mean to preach, but I do just want to encourage you and challenge you and dare you to rise above the idea of just, this enmity, this animosity, this hostility. It's hitting families. It's hit my family. It's probably hit yours too. And that's not necessary. People say, what can we do? Well, we can love. Sounds like a hippie talking, doesn't it? Dick Dameron, another friend of mine out the Rimbey area, Bentley area, he was one of them outlaws when I was growing up. What a phenomenal singer, though.
and just a nice man, a really nice man. I asked him if he would, I wanted to cover a song that he did that's just going to be perfect for tonight. And so this was quite a few years ago. I've got it on one of the CDs out back here. It's called Jesus, It's Me Again. It's one of his biggest hits. And so I asked him, would he do that as a duo with me on one of my albums? He says, well, he says, I would love to. He says, I've told George Hamilton IV that he could do it too, but he says, I've told everybody I'll do it once, and whoever gets there first gets the worm. So I went flying and I got the worm. And I got that legend to come and sing with me on that. And what a deal. But that was probably 10, 15 years ago, right after his stroke. And you know how songs can be really powerful when they least expect it. Think of today's situation with this one. Lately, Lord, almost feel like dying. Wake up like a child, alone in the night. Lately, Lord, sometimes I feel like crying, 'cause I just can't find the strength to carry on. Jesus, it's me again. I'm on my knees again, asking you please again. Won't you reach out your hand? Jesus, it's me again. Down on my knees again, begging you please again. Reach out your hand. From time to time, trying to find a reason. I've talked to you so many times before. This time, Lord, and it's more than I can handle. And I know I just can't take it anymore. Jesus, it's me again. I'm on my knees again. I'm asking you, please, again. Won't you reach out your hand? Jesus, it's me again. Down on my knees again. I'm begging you, please, again. Won't you reach out your hand? Jesus, it's me. Thank you so much. I wrote a song I had no idea it was going to turn out like it did. All I heard in my head was, and it just had such a groove. And I thought, man, I got to just finish writing this song and make a nice instrumental kind of semi-acoustic rock with some country feel to it. And I kind of got the melody line down. And I thought, well, maybe I should, actually, I think it was my daughter said, Dad, you should put words to that. Maybe it was my wife, I'm not sure, but someone said. So I just sat down and not knowing where it was coming from. Well, I do, but just out of the blue, this line came to me. No one was meant to be alone. And I tell you, I think that's one of the fallout, one of the biggest fallout results of something like this is people are wildly alone. And even before this, I mean, we've got internet, we've got inner tube, we've got face plant, we've got all kinds of stuff. We've got more contact at our fingertips, but that seems to be about as close to the heart as it ever gets. You can't beat getting together with someone. That's the theme of tonight. Yes, we can again. Well, maybe the theme is maybe we can't again, but we'll Sorry, Pastor, I said I wasn't going to get political. No, we can. We're here. And this is totally legal according to all the regulations, and we're bragging up God in the middle of this. And so I want you to think about this song. And if you are alone, just listen to the words. I think it is probably the most powerful song that I had ever written. I don't mean that it sounded kind of proud. I don't mean that. I'm not High Chin Bob. But I honestly, I don't know. I'll just shut up and let the words and the Holy Spirit speak to your heart. No one is meant to be alone. It's a cold wind and it chills you right to the bone. A friend is there beside you, even when the going's tough. There to cheer and guide you when you can't see clear enough. Two chords are stronger than one, and three strands don't easily come undone. Alone, you're unprotected. With a friend, you can face the worst. When the waves come unexpected, you let me first. You will never be alone. I'm closer than you've ever known.
keep you safe from every when you just need me, when all hope is gone, I'll pick you up and I'll carry you till you see the light of home. I'm closer than you ever know. I will never leave you. So rest here in my arms. Ain't nothing you will lack. I'll keep you safe from every no one is meant to be alone. It's meant to be alone. You're not alone.
Oh, man. Good words. Thank you. I got another good song. I didn't write it. I steal my best material. I can't remember whether it's in C or not, but I guess I'll find out in a minute. I tell you, it's fun coming up with a brand new show at 58 years old. Oh boy, I think I've got everything. I was telling Mike today, inside my head, I'm 18 years old. And every time I tell my body that, it just goes, and then it hurts. And but here's a good song. Did you ever feel like me, or am I the only one? It just wants to stick it to Satan. It just, just find yourself a good Up Yours Satan song. Can I say that? Sorry, Pastor, if that was, yeah. But you know what? That's what I feel. And I mean, his MO is to, what is it? Steal, kill, and destroy. And anything that he can do that has, anything that happens that's got that written all over it, man, it's got his mucky molars all over it. And Dallas Frazier, another guy I loved to listen to when I was a kid, he wrote a song, "You Ain't Gonna Blow My House Down." And I thought, that is about the coolest way to do it. It's kind of stolen from the Three Pigs. And it is so much fun. So I think I think corporately we could stick it to Slewfoot with this one. I hope I can sing it. I've been battling a little bit of bronchitis, and this one's pretty high. I don't know who's the idiot that decided to do that high, but ain't gonna blow my house down.
You can puff, you can rush my name all around, but you ain't gonna blow my house down. Ain't gonna blow my house down. You can howl, you can prowl, you can romp and stomp on the ground, but you ain't gonna blow my house down. Ain't gonna blow my house down. Open up a good book, take yourself a good look. Ever since the dawn of time, devil, you've been lying and stealing and robbing us blind. Drifting with the big dog, strutting with the big one. Yeah, you wanna clean my clock, but devil, you can't because I'm standing on the solid rock. Yeah, you can huff, you can puff. You can crush my name all around, but you ain't gonna blow my house down. Ain't gonna blow my house down. You can howl, you can prowl, you can romp, stomp on the ground, but you ain't gonna blow my house down. No, you ain't gonna blow my house down. Yeah, you wanna break me so that you can make me knuckle underneath your bluff. Aiming at my throat and charging like a big bad wolf. Yeah, you got a big bite, but you lost a big fight, cause Jesus won the victory. So devil, back off, cause the winner is a living in me. Yeah, yeah. You can huff, you can puff, you can crush my name all around, but you ain't gonna blow my house down. Ain't gonna blow my house down. You can howl, you can cry, you can crush my name all around, but you ain't gonna blow my house down. Ain't gonna blow my house down. That was me with a cold.
Oh boy, do we have fun. Yeah, that's still a little high for this voice, but I think it's time to end. What a great evening I've had with you folks. Thank you so much. Man, thanks for being brave enough to come on out when who knows what's going on around. Thank you for coming out and spending the time. I know the Flames are not playing tonight, so I know you really had no other excuse. So this is probably the best song to end in. It's amazing to me. I heard that there was a poll taken a while back, and they talked to a bunch of, they polled a bunch of Christians. Says, what's your favorite song? And they said, Achy Breaky Heart. true. And then they went to a bunch of guys in the bar. They said, what's your favorite song? Amazing Grace. That says a bit of a mouthful right there. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, oh, and now found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did oh, that grace appear the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. Lord has promised good to me. His love sure endures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine,
but God who ransomed me here below will be forever mine. He'll be forever mine. You are forever mine. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, oh, He's ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace, unending love, amazing grace. You are forever mine. So there. Thank you guys so much for letting me come out here. Thank you so much for joining us and spending the time with me tonight. What a treat this has been for me, and I sure appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you so much, Chris and your crew, for all that you've done. Thank you, live streamers, for joining in with us. What a good time we've had tonight. We've had fun. We bragged God up. And again, I just dare you to rise above it. Rise above it. Refuse to mock the next guy for not being so smart as to think the way you do. And I'm challenging myself to do the exact same thing. We are called to love. We can do this. We can do this, man. It must be love. There you go. Thank you guys so much. God bless your ever-loving socks. And remember, eat Alberta beef. Good night.